Welcome back to Renpet Bath Beauty's kitchen. We are making a soap. This is going to be an awesome soap. Nature's Garden came out with a dupe of Old Spice. Now, I have to tell you a story about Old Spice. My dad, stepfather, he's my dad, has worn only 2 colognes the entire time I have known him. Ever since he married my mom, he's only, I'm sorry, I'm scraping my salt and my sugar off the bottom of this lye water. Anyway, he's only ever worn 2 colognes. And mostly it's Old Spice. The other one is Lagerfeld, which I own personally and wear. I think I've mentioned before that I collect perfume, and there's several men's colognes that I like to wear, like Michael Jordan. Calvin Klein one is really a unisex one. The Adidas fragrance I love. I think it smells great on me. Anyway, so this is our Osiris recipe. We got rid of a soap that didn't sell like at all last year, so we're replacing that soap. This soap is inspired by the song Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy by Queen. And I really considered bringing Freddie out, my Mr. Freddie stick blender, but you know, he keeps coming apart, so I'm not using Freddie because that's who he's named after, is Freddie Mercury. So anyway, I'm going to get started on our Osiris recipe. The oils are dark because there's bentonite clay in there. There's also heavy cream. Then my lye water, it is a 50-50 mix of aloe vera juice, sodium hydroxide, salt, and sugar. Oh, sorry about the scraping, guys. And I want to get at least some of that salt and sugar out of there. Okay. Let's get this to just before emulsification, and we'll add our yogurt. Okay. We are just before emulsification. Sorry, I had to put my temperature gun away because I'll be needing the space. For the spring collab, we did a one-pot wonder technique, and I had never done that technique before, and I'm going to try it again with this soap, providing it doesn't speed up trace, the fragrance oil, because I've never used it before. It's one of the newer ones that Nature's Garden has put out, and it is really good, you guys. It smells almost exactly like Old Spice, and I would imagine that it smells even better once it's in the soap batter. Alright, so let me get this yogurt in, which, by the way, if you didn't watch last week's video, this is the yogurt I made that I showed you guys the video on Christmas. So here we go. Okay. Ooh, and we will go over the colors as well. So we're going to split it as evenly as we possibly can into these 4 colors. And I know that the pour was difficult to see in that video, and it is going to be difficult to see in this one as well, but I have good news for y'all. I am investing probably in May. It is March right now, in May, and an overhead camera. I own 2 cameras to film with here on YouTube. So that way I can give you both angles. Like if the pour is difficult to see from the angle you're looking at right now, I can just switch to the other angle from my overhead camera. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Alright, so we have crimson red. Let me get rid of Freddie, because hopefully I won't. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm going to add the fragrance separately. We have lapis blue, we have gray 50 shades, and we have Gold Coast Holiday. So we're going to get these as even as possible. And I think this recipe, or this design, is going to work out better with my Isis and Osiris recipe, because I have that mango and shea butter to give it more body. You know, it's thicker. This is my luxury line, so hopefully we'll have a better result than the first time, because the first time Oh, One Wonder at all. It was sort of like a, oh, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a one pot wonder. All right, let me scrape the rest off into the gold. Oh, it's already solidifying. Gotta love it. I soap very cool. My Isis and Osiris recipe, I soap at about 80 degrees. My Hathor recipe, I soap at about 78. Okay, and I'm just going to take this out of the bottle because, you know, why put it in a cup when it's just an ounce? I only bought an ounce to try it. And it doesn't look like it's racing on the surface of the soap, you guys. So that's a good sign. You know, I didn't check if it discolored. Uh-oh. My bad. Oh, gosh. You guys. Oh, my goodness. It smells like my dad. I'm so excited. You know, I have this, a version of Old Spice from Crafter's Choice as well, which also in the bottle smells very close to the real thing. Wow, this is nice. I really like this. It does. Now I have to call my dad when I go upstairs. Oh my goodness. And tell him I made a soap that smells just like you, Dad. Okay. Oh, it's taking a bit to stir it in. It's very yellow. Turn my blue a little bit green. So let's see what it does to my gold. See, it's very yellow. So my mango butter was setting up in this gold because I use oils from my batch to stir my color in, so, or to, you know, initially mix my color in. So I'm going to take all of these spatulas out of all of these bowls, and I'm going to try this technique again. And I again apologize if you can't see real well, but we'll be able to see the finished product. So I'm excited to try this technique. I love this song, you guys. Freddie Mercury was one of the great talents of my generation. Oh, you know what? I put my bowl in the sink. I need that. So again, they say that the color you want on top is the color that you should put on the bottom. So I'm going to start with my gold because I want my gold on the top. There's my gold spatula. I try not to mix my colors when I'm scraping stuff out, when I have multiple colors. I know, I'm like weird like that. I mean, I'm weird enough to name all my appliances, for crying out loud. Okay, so there's our gold. And then I'm going to do gray. And we want to tilt the bowl because we want, here, let me move this, you guys can't see. Because we want this, I'm going to pour it very slowly. We want this to sit on top of the gold. We don't want it to go down in there. So I may like cut this short, meaning like edit out to pour the next color, because this takes a while. So we'll start with the red next. Okay, here goes the crimson. It is thickening up a little bit on me. So I'm going to do this probably a little bit faster. Hopefully I'm not making a big mess on the side of my bucket. I am leaving some of the gray, the red, and the blue aside for the top. And I am going to put gold mica on the top, because Freddie Mercury was sparkly, and I love him. This is one of my favorite songs by Queen, and it just fit the fragrance so well. All right. Almost. All right, and now the blue. And then we will be able to pour. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Let's get our mold. I just realized that we're using the same mold that we did for that other one. Okay, let's see. I know you guys aren't... Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back. Brat. My camera's being a brat. Or maybe my thumb's being a brat. I can't decide. So I'm not going to put it on a towel. I'm actually just going to hold it. And we are going to run this slowly down the side of our mold to see if we can't get this technique down. That would be fantastic if it turns out the way that I want it to. We may still not have a one-pot wonder like we did with the Spring Collab soap. However, we will see. Wow, I didn't realize until I was pouring this that this is very similar to our November Rain colors. Our November Rain sells quite well. That's a great scent too. I know it's a dupe of something, but I can't for the life of me. Oops! Remember what it is. Well, that was a big mess. And just like before, we're not really going to have a one-pot wonder on the top because, oh my goodness. Let me clean this up. Doesn't that look cool on the counter? Oh my goodness. That looks so cool on the counter. Wipe my mold off. Okay. And then I'm going to pour the rest of this in here along this side. And it's going to be thick enough that I will be able to put the other colors. You know what? I didn't even look to see if y'all could see. I apologize. My bad. I'm hoping you can sort of see. Okay, you can sort of see. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get, you know, concentrating on what I'm doing. I just forget that I'm trying to entertain you with my sparkling personality. Okay. There we go. Very similar to our November Rain soap, or the design of it. I'll insert a picture of November Rain so you can see it right here. Okay. All right, I am going to lay these three colors, the crimson, the blue, and the gray on the top, and then I'm going to add some gold sparkle to it, or some gold mica mixed with olive oil to it. That's what I meant. Like I said, if I could speak English today, that would be great. Okay. I have a lot of dishes to do because I just made... How did I get soap all the way over there? Oh my goodness. I'm telling y'all. I am like one of the messiest soapers ever. Okay. I was going to tell you guys something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh, if anybody knows of a Lagerfeld dupe, please, please, please let me know. I would love to find one. I've been searching for one. Not like consistently or anything, but I have been searching for one. Cause and a Stetson. My son keeps requesting Stetson. So I would like to know if anybody knows of a supplier that carries either of those fragrances. Or should I say dupes of those fragrances. Okay, there we go. Let's bang this down. Let's get this in here, and this in here. Alrighty then. I'm going to take a... That scare doesn't have a little point on it. Okay, I'm going to do an S curve rather than a straight line. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go up, over, down, over, up, over. Okay. Let me pound it one more time. I forgot to put the gold on the top, guys, but there is gold poking through, if you can see, so I'm not going to add it. Gosh, plans go out the window when you're trying to, remember something else I'm trying to tell y'all. I really wish I could talk to you guys like on a conference call or something when I make soap. All right, guys, we will be back in 18 to 24 hours to cut my good old-fashioned lover boy. Dun, dun. Okay. Hi, guys. We are back to cut good old-fashioned lover boy. Let's see if my one pot wonder is better this time than it was last time. I got a lot of soda ash on this soap, and this has been sitting out of its mold for about 6 days, which is very unlike me. And this is going to be like super hard to cut. So I'm taking an end piece off. Oh, this is my Osiris recipe, so that is not fun to cut. Okay, let's see about the first bar. It smells just like Old Spice, y'all. It's fantastic. So here's the first bar. I'm curious to look at it myself. Oh, you can see the gold sparkle in it. Oh, wow, I got closer this time, you guys. Way closer than the spring collab that April Come She Will. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I love this pour technique. I think when it's, when it's executed correctly, it's fantastic. Wow, I'm so impressed. And it doesn't look anything like November Rain now that I'm looking at it. Like, the design is totally different. Okay. Because November Rain was done in a tiger stripe. So this is sort of like a swooping stripe. I'm excited that it worked better, y'all. Oh, so cool. I think my son is going to be impressed by it too. So, okay, I have a question to ask you guys. For those of you that have watched this far, sorry, this bolt is not as tight. I want to know if you guys are interested in seeing me make actual cold process whipped soap, where you whip up your oils and then you add your lye, and your soap will float. It's fantastic, and I'm absolutely positively willing to give you guys my recipe for that. It's a great recipe. I adore it, and I'd like to know if you guys want to see that. And the other question, I guess I had two questions. Well, it's not really a question. Well, okay. It is a question, sorry. I back in December 1st, to the video that was there, I showed you guys the molds I made out of 99-cent tubed silicone from Walmart. And I still am going to do that video on how to do that with the wet method. With the wet method, not the dry method, because I hate the dry method. But I want to know, like, what kind of candies you would like to see. I mean, I have Lifesavers, I have Swedish Fish, I have, I have like Oreos and stuff like that. I mean, are there any thoughts of what I should do? I was thinking about doing some gummy worms so I can put some worms on some Halloween soap. So just let me know in the comments, and I will try to put some of y'all's suggestions into that video. And my husband's going to have to help me with that video because he's going to have to squirt the silicone into the bucket. So, alright guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys all like you would not believe. You guys are awesome. So I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.